Imagine being born into a world where private jets, futuristic mansions, rocket launches, and luxury cars are just part of everyday life. Where most children play with toy cars, but you're growing up around Teslas, private jets, and spaceships headed to Mars. Where the very mention of your last name draws global attention and symbolizes innovation, wealth, and power. This isn't a fairy tale. This is the reality of Elon Musk's son, often dubbed the richest kid in the world. While other children dream about superheroes, he's living a life surrounded by the man who many call the real-life Iron Man. Musk's fortune, influence, and futuristic empire mean his children are not just heirs to immense wealth, but potential future leaders of industries that could reshape the planet. Today, we're taking you inside that extraordinary world, exploring his upbringing, daily luxuries, global influence, and the staggering legacy awaiting him. This isn't just about money. It's about being born at the center of technological and financial power. But before we dive into this fascinating journey, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Mr. Rich, and turn on notifications. Because here, we don't just talk about wealth, we reveal the hidden empires of the world's elite. Elon Musk's son, famously named X Æ A-Xii Musk, later adjusted for legal reasons to X Æ A-Xii, was born in May 2020 to Elon Musk and Canadian musician Claire Basher, better known as Grimes. The name itself broke headlines worldwide, symbolizing the Musk family's mix of creativity, eccentricity, and futuristic vision. Unlike the children of traditional billionaires, X wasn't born into centuries of aristocracy or established royal wealth. Instead, he entered a household defined by disruption, invention, and a constant push toward the future. His father is the founder of Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and The Boring Company, while his mother is a globally recognized artist. Together, they bring an unusual mix of technology, art, and culture into his upbringing. From the moment of his birth, X became a global curiosity. Social media exploded with discussions about his name, his inheritance, and what it means to grow up as the child of the man aiming to colonize Mars. Unlike celebrity children who inherit fame, X has inherited the spotlight of history itself. What sets his early life apart is not just luxury, but exposure. He is being raised in an environment where conversations about artificial intelligence, interplanetary travel, renewable energy, and the future of humanity are normal dinner table topics. His toys are not just lush animals. They include miniature rockets, AI-driven gadgets, and Tesla prototypes. His father's obsession with innovation ensures he is surrounded by the technologies of tomorrow, long before the rest of the world sees them. At just a few years old, Elon Musk's son is already considered among the richest children alive. While he doesn't directly control billions yet, he stands as the heir to one of the largest personal fortunes in modern history. Elon Musk's net worth has fluctuated between $180 billion and $250 billion, depending on Tesla's stock performance and SpaceX's valuation. Unlike traditional dynastic wealth based on land or oil, Musk's fortune is rooted in technology and futuristic industries. This makes it dynamic, global, and constantly expanding. As Musk continues to expand Tesla into global markets, prepare for missions to Mars with SpaceX, and develop Neuralink's brain-machine interfaces, his wealth, and therefore his son's future inheritance, only multiplies. But Musk is not the kind of father who believes in spoiling his children with unchecked indulgence. In interviews, he has emphasized that while his kids will inherit resources, they will also inherit responsibility. His son is expected not just to enjoy wealth, but to one day play a role in shaping the companies, projects, and perhaps even the civilizations his father is building. For most children, home is a simple house with a backyard. For Elon Musk's son, home can mean futuristic mansions, sprawling estates, and even experimental living units designed for Mars colonization. Musk once famously sold most of his personal real estate, claiming he wanted to live a minimalist life. For a while, he even lived in a small modular home worth around $50,000 near SpaceX's starbase in Texas. But this doesn't mean his children live without luxury. Across Musk's portfolio are access points to multi-million-dollar properties in California, estates previously in Bel Air, and experimental futuristic homes. The uniqueness lies in how these homes blend luxury with vision. Instead of just chandeliers and gold-plated walls, Musk's residences often feature state-of-the-art energy systems powered by Tesla's solar panels, AI-driven climate control, and designs inspired by space technology. His son is growing up not in castles of the past, but in laboratories of the future disguised as homes. Beyond Earth, Musk has openly said his ultimate goal is to make humans a multi-planetary species. Imagine being a child who might one day say, "My vacation home isn't in Malibu, it's on Mars." That's the scale of lifestyle and imagination surrounding Elon Musk's heir. For a billionaire's child, toys go far beyond teddy bears and toy trains. Musk's son is surrounded by luxuries that blend learning, fun, and futuristic exposure. Mini Tesla cars designed for children let him drive electric vehicles before most kids even learn what a steering wheel is. His playroom might include robotic companions, coding kits, and drones. Gifts from around the world pour in, from limited edition collectibles to futuristic prototypes. One of the fascinating aspects is how Musk encourages his children to focus on problem solving and creativity rather than materialism. So while luxury exists in abundance, it often comes disguised as innovation. A puzzle, a robot kit, or even a virtual reality simulation might be both a toy and a learning tool. Where other kids dream of flying planes in video games, Musk's son grows up near hangars of real SpaceX rockets, watching launches as part of ordinary life. Imagine looking at the night sky, not just as a place of stars, but as your family's business frontier. Every billionaire's child enjoys luxurious rides, but Elon Musk's son has access to some of the most advanced vehicles ever created. Tesla's fleet forms the backbone of his daily exposure. From the futuristic Cybertruck to the sleek Model S Plaid, these vehicles aren't just cars. They're engineering marvels leading the world's transition to sustainable energy. For his son, riding in Teslas isn't luxury, it's family business. Beyond roads, there's the air. Musk's private jets, including the Gulfstream G650ER, serve as airborne offices and family carriers. With personalized interiors, cutting-edge technology, and the ability to fly across continents non-stop, these planes turn travel into an effortless routine. And then, of course, there's space. While other billionaire children may inherit yachts, Musk's son inherits rockets. SpaceX's Falcon 9 and Starship programs are part of his everyday reality. The idea of space travel, moon bases, or even Mars colonies isn't science fiction. It's a probable chapter in his life story. While most children attend school and play in parks, Musk's son is being raised around boardrooms, political leaders, and visionary thinkers. Elon Musk's influence spans global industries, from Wall Street to Silicon Valley, from Beijing to Berlin. His son, by extension, grows up surrounded by some of the most powerful individuals in the world. Imagine attending events where world leaders, presidents, and CEOs gather, and you're there not as a guest but as family. His exposure isn't limited to wealth, it includes the world's decision makers. Musk has openly shared that he educates his children in experimental ways, sometimes avoiding traditional schooling. His son may be exposed to Ad Astra, Musk's private school, designed to encourage creativity, innovation, and problem solving rather than rote memorization. This means his network, knowledge, and worldview will be far beyond that of ordinary children. Growing up with Grimes as a mother adds an entirely different dimension. His childhood is not only about machines and science, but also about music, art, and creative expression. Grimes, known for her futuristic soundscapes and experimental artistry, ensures her son is exposed to culture that pushes boundaries. His upbringing includes both classical influences and avant-garde ideas, blending tradition with rebellion. This duality, science from his father and art from his mother, creates a unique environment. It's not hard to imagine that one day he may combine both worlds, leading industries that merge creativity and technology. So what does the future hold for the richest kid in the world? He is heir to a fortune unlike any other, but more importantly, he is heir to projects that could change humanity's destiny, colonizing Mars, advancing AI, revolutionizing transportation, and redefining energy. These are not just his father's dreams, but potentially his inheritance. Growing up at the intersection of wealth, power, and futuristic vision, Elon Musk's son could become one of the most influential figures of the 21st century. Whether he chooses to lead Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, or carve out his own path, the platform available to him is unmatched. But beyond the glamour lies responsibility. As Musk himself has said, wealth without purpose is meaningless. The real question is whether this child, raised among rockets and robots, will rise to use his fortune for progress, or simply as a symbol of extravagance. It's about being born at the epicenter of innovation, wealth, and imagination. It's about growing up where rockets are toys, where cars drive themselves, and where the family dinner table hosts conversations about Mars. He may be just a child today, but his name already symbolizes the next generation of wealth and power. For millions, he represents curiosity, privilege, and the mysteries of what it means to inherit not just billions, but the blueprint for humanity's future. And while time will decide his path, one thing is certain. Being Elon Musk's son is not just about money. It's about being born into a legacy that could define the future of civilization itself. This has been Mr. Rich. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the life of the world's richest kid, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because here we bring you inside the golden gates and rocket hangars of the world's wealthiest. And trust me, the journey has only just begun.